So good morning to all of you. We had started the chapter database and two chapters we had completed, and along with those two chapters I had also posted the exercise part in PDF format. I hope you all have written it in your copies because it's very important to update your copies well on time. Though we will be repeating these chapters in the class, but if videos also you will follow continuously, the concepts will be more clearer. Okay, you will understand the things in one attempt only. The teacher will speak in class and you will be knowing about it. Okay, so today I'm going to start with the same unit, and chapter is 12. We are performing operations on tables. So what type of operations, like insertion of data, deletion of data, updation of data, then sorting the data, multiple fields sorting of data, and how we can set the referential integrity. Up to this part today I'll complete, because if one go this chapter will complete, then it is going to be really difficult for you to understand. So I have decided to divide this chapter into two parts. So one video today it will be posted, and next video on Friday along with the exercise I'll post. Okay, so let's start. Last class we learned how to create the table. So we had seen that table is having two views, like one was data sheet view in which we were doing the actual entry of data, and one was a design view where we were designing the structure of the table. And I had told you about various data types which are very important. In a tabular form it's given in your book. Go through each and every line, and if you have doubt you can ask us anytime through message or in campus care or in class also. If you're there you can ask the question. So today I'm going to show you how to insert the data. As I have already told, for insertion of data you should always open the table in data sheet view. So let's start with that. Last class the database which we had created was database 7 and the table was student table. So here only we'll insert the data. This is the navigation pane. Here all the objects of the database which you have created which will be shown. So since till now we have created only tables, two tables are there in this database, student table and table 1. So these two are shown here. I want to enter data in student table. So you double click on that. You will see the table will appear in this work area in the data sheet view. So here we can start entering the data. As you can see, star sign which I told in last class also. This means that the row is ready to accept the data. We had also set roll number as the primary key. So two features of primary key I had told. It should not be null and it should have unique data. So let's start entering the data. For entering the data, like in roll number, I'm putting 1. For going to the next field, tab key. Here you can write any name like Ananya, and then city is Bokaro, marks suppose 67. Then tab key for going to the, you can see that since we are writing, you can see in front of that row one pencil icon is there. Since that row is getting means writing part is going on. Now tab key, next star sign, you can see this row is also ready to accept the data. So we have roll number 2, tab, whatever name, Ravi, then he comes from city Chandigarh, and marks suppose 45. Then again tab key, roll number 3, Ashna, then she comes from Jaipur, then marks 78. Then roll number 4, Krish, city is any city like Faridabad, and 89 marks. Then roll number 5, Ayush, and city is Bhopal, marks 76. Roll number 6, here name is Arush and city is Bangalore, and marks is 56. So this way entry will be done. Once you have entered the data, you can see on quick access toolbar you will get save icon, click on that, and you can even close this table from here. The table will be closed and your data has been saved. Next is editing records in a table. Suppose one of the students city has been changed, or there is updation in marks. So what you have to do, open that table by double clicking on that, and you will see the table. Go to that particular field which you want to update. Suppose Ananya's marks increased and she got 86 percentage. So you will keep the cursor there, either use backspace key or delete key according to the position of the cursor, and then delete the previous data and enter new data there. Suppose, as I told, she got 86, so I am entering here 86 percentage of marks, and then I am just saving it. So my data has been updated. Now close it, and if you want to check whether it has been updated or not, you double click on that and you can see it has been updated. Next is deleting records from the table. Suppose roll number 6 has left the school. So I'll have to remove this record from this table. Keep your cursor on the row header. As you can see, the row has been selected. Now right click on this, right click, and you will get the option of delete record. It will be done. It will show an warning message that you are about to delete the record. If you will press yes, it will show no record there. If you will press no, then the record will remain there only. If you want all the records to be selected in one go, then use the shortcut key Control A. You can see the entire record, means all the records which are there in the table has been selected. Next is sorting data. One more way is there, instead of right clicking under home tab, you can see in the records one, delete option. First you select the record and you will see it will be activated. You can delete it from here also. Okay, another thing, how to sort the data. Sort, most of the students are writing spelling of sort as S-H-O-R-T. Never do that. Short is different, sort is different. Sorting, here you can see on home tab, sort and filter group. Sorting means arranging the data in some order. It can be any order, ascending order, descending order, chronological order, or any type, any other order. If you have it, you can go for that. So sorting is arranging your data in some sequence. Okay, so if you want to arrange the data or sort the data in data sheet view only, then you can select that particular field. Suppose name I want to adjust, then you will go to home tab, and in sort and filter group, as you can see, ascending and descending, both the options are there. You can choose any one of these. Accordingly, all the rows will get updated. Okay, and if you want ascending one, then ascending. Same way, if you want the roll number to be updated again in the previous one, ascending, your data will come back in the original way. So this is how you can update. Same way, like according to city I want to arrange it, and then I want it to be in ascending order, so B, B, C, F, J. Same way in marks you want, like I want to know the highest scorer of the class, so I'll have to arrange this data in descending order. Select the marks column and go to this descending order. You can see Krish got highest marks percentage in his class. So this is how the data can be sorted in this view, that is data sheet view. Next is, if you want the data to be sorted in multiple fields. For that, this way is not you can say it's not a perfect way to sort. You can go to advanced sorting method. For that, what you have to do, just click on advanced. You will get the option advanced filter and sort. There you click. You will see another type of box will appear, a window will appear, and this is known as the query window. This is known as the query window. And here, as you can see, all the fields are already inserted. If you don't want to insert these fields, what you have to do, you click and go back, advanced, and again choose that filter sort, apply filter or sort, not this one, wait a minute, filter sort option, yeah, advanced one. Here it is, any field which you want, like I don't want this marks to be here, I want roll number, simply click on this and drag it there. Roll number has come. I want it to be in which order, go to that sort row and click there, ascending. Okay, so here all the fields are already sorted. I don't want this to be sorted. Okay, so we want to sort the data on multiple fields. For that, what you have to do, simply go to Home tab. Here under Advanced, you will click on Advanced Filter Group. Once it is there, choose the field where you want to apply the sorting. I want it on the roll number or on marks. Suppose on marks, I want it to be descending order. Choose it, go to the sort row, and here you click, you will get the option I want it in descending order. Once you have done the selection, you save it by clicking on this. It will ask you the name of the query. It will be saved in query format. Click on OK, and you will see in all access objects navigation pane the query one is there. You double click on it, you will see your marks will be sorted. Same way for any other field. If you want, open this query, right click and open it in design view. You choose that particular field, drag it there, and then choose that option in which order you want it to sort. Here I want it in descending order, and then save it. Once it is saved, you double click on the query and your data will be shown accordingly. Okay, so this way the sorting can be done. Next is referential integrity. Referential integrity means, very important to understand, here two tables will be related to each other. Okay, like suppose in our school we have created a table, student table, where entry for each and every new student is being done, and for all those students who are there in the student table, we have maintained a marks table also. So wherever a new student enters the school, who takes admission in the school, his entry will be made in the student table first, and when after that he will give exam, and then his marks entry will be made in the marks table. So this student table will behave as a parent table where every new entry is being done first, and the marks table where entry is done afterwards will be treated as the child table. So in student table, the roll number will be the primary key, and same roll number is there in the child table of marks will be treated as the foreign key. What will be the impact of that? Let me show it, tell you first. New entry will be done in your parent table first and then only in child table. Suppose a new student had taken admission in your school. Instead of entering his detail in student table, you're trying to make the entry in child table. Your database will show an error. Okay, because entries should always be made in your parent table first. Okay, then some student left the school, so his entry should be deleted first from the child table and then only from the parent table. So this way the tables are related to each other, so that data can be fetched, like taken from 2 to 3 tables in one click. It's not like that I can see only the data of one table. If you have related those tables on the basis of referential integrity, you can fetch data from more than one table in one click also. How this relationship can be set, let me show you. So we'll create another table, like student table is already there, and in that student table we have roll number. This is the primary key. Let's see the design view. How can we see? Right click and go to the design view. Okay, any object is open, you close it first. Okay, and this one also you close. Now create another table where marks are there. So from this table we'll remove marks. Okay, so go to design view and remove the marks one. Delete rows. And now save it. So we have updated this table and only city is there. For marks we are going to create another table. How to create the table? If you remember, go to create table design. Here roll number will be taken. Here roll number, and it was short text, and then marks of the student. Marks, and it will be in the form of number. So we'll choose here number. I don't want the primary key. If you want, you can take admission number or any other field. I am not going to keep the primary key here. So save this table. Give this name as marks table and OK. No, I don't want the primary key. Go to marks table and enter the record. Before entering, let's make that referential integrity. Okay, for that what you have to do, go to database tools here and you will see the relationship. Can you see? We have these tables. I want marks table there and student table there, and then close it. You can see this is student table, this is marks table. I want this roll number of student table should refer to roll number in marks table. So this is your parent table and this is your child table. For creating that relationship, what you have to do, simply go to the parent table data, drag by holding down the left mouse button, drag the primary key of parent table and keep it on the same field in the child table. This box will appear. What do you want? Referential integrity? Yes, you put a check sign here, and then create. Okay, it is opened, I suppose, that's why it is not creating. First you close all those tables if they are open. Student table close, and then marks table also you close. Now you create here the tabs. You can see if any of the tables is open, it will not work. So drag it and keep it on this referential integrity, create. Now can you see, for every one record here there can be multiple records in this table. Okay, roll number 1, marks in English, Hindi, any can be there. Now just keep it in mind, if I am entering data here, roll number 1 to 5, those roll number 1 to 5 can exist in this. Okay, any extra entry which is not there in student table and I am going to make entry for that, it will not accept. Let me show it to you. Now close it and then go to student marks table to enter the data. I think in student table we had roll number 1 to 5. Try to enter roll number 6 in this table. Roll number 6, marks is 67, tab key. It will show you cannot update. Okay, related record is not there in that table. In student table this record is not there. So only the records which are there, like for roll number 1, marks 67, tab, it will accept. Roll number 2, marks 78. Roll number 3, marks 90. Roll number 4, marks 56. Roll number 5, marks 45. 45. And then save it. So this is the child table and this is the parent table. Now here for roll number 1, if any entry, marks, you can see the related table marks by clicking on this. So this is parent table and that one is child table. Now try to delete a record from here. That was insertion which I told. Go to marks table and try to enter a record for roll number 6 which is not there in parent table. Roll number 6. It will not accept. Error, because this entry has to be done first in which table? Parent table. So roll number 6 entry will make in parent table first. Suppose Aradhana, she comes from Ranchi, and then save it. Now you can make entry in marks table. Now save it, it will accept. Clear? Now you try to delete a record. Roll number 1 is existing in student table, try to delete it from child table. Delete. It will not delete. Sorry, it will delete, and then you can delete from the student table as well. Okay, this way. But if you are trying to delete the record from parent table first, it will not be deleted. Try to delete roll number 2 from here. It will not be deleted. So this relationship of insertion and deletion and updation as well is there in your child table, parent and child table. Let me repeat it. Whatever new entry you have to do, it should be there in parent table first. In our case, student is the parent table and marks is the child table. So any new entry will be made in parent table first, and then that entry will go to marks table or the child table. Okay, and every deletion should be made first in child table and then only in the parent table. I hope you have understood this concept of referential integrity. Very important concept. Next class we'll start with the type of relationships. So thank you and have a nice day.